We're alive.
Yeah. Would you say we're just a friend? All right, welcome back. Rednecks on Comics. Again, I'm Daniel.
Mark.
David. Black Ammo.
And Professor Terry.
Professor.
Batman, Fat Man, Black Man. Okay, we got it out of the way. But now today we're doing number one of the Power of X. House of X.
House of X.
The other one's actually Powers of 10.
Yeah.
Be out next week.
That'll be 5 to 20.
But this will be a bi-weekly run. So, Mark, you want to start it off?
Well, once again, I like the book. I like the art. Story seemed like it drugged just a little bit, but you can expect that in the initial setup anyway, on most things. But I liked it. What do you think? I know you're a big X-Men fan back in the day too, just like I was.
Starting off, I thought it was a little boring just for the narrative and how they're doing everything on it. Like you said, the initial setup, they're trying to give you the information on what is going on and how the House of X has developed with Xavier basically forcing the world to recognize a mutant country as a sovereign country on its own.
Mutant nation.
Yeah. And so it's trying to get into that, but like I said, it drug a little bit at first. It was interesting, though, as far as trying to, learn more about the process. And to me, trying to find out about the entity or whatever that they've placed at all these different locations, and was that something that they developed, or was it? Yes.
Okay.
But was it something that somebody else brought to them, to use?
They saw it was not only all over the world, it was on the blue area of the moon too.
Yeah, and Mars. And so, trying to figure out where it's coming from and who is giving them this technology, or are they developing it themselves? To me, that was more of what was bringing the story along. And then the one part where you had Mystique, Toad, and Sabretooth on a mission, but it didn't really, they were doing something, but you never really saw what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a mystery on down the road of what they were into.
And Sabretooth's one of my favorite villains of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's one of Terry too. I mean, Sabretooth's just a good classic villain. He don't care.
Yeah. There some fragile.
Yeah. He made reference to that a couple of different times, that humans were just too fragile. Everything was too fragile in his opinion.
Well, what do you think about the guy named Saber?
I wish they'd left him dead. Scott Summers,
Well, I just found it interesting that they chose him to be the one
To walk out.
to walk out to do the recon.
Yeah. He's the Walmart greeter.
Yeah.
That's what he was acting like
Yeah.
when he came out there.
Well, I mean, if you have Xavier off doing whatever he's doing, then Magneto with these people, the next big face that X-Men have always tried to throw,
Logan.
God forbid, is... Well, no, Logan was playing with kids.
Yeah.
He was smiling and happy.
Yeah, that is.
Well, see, and it's going to be spoilers. Like I say, it's just going to be a little run. But they showed Logan and Xavier off in the distance. Didn't really see, up close. The only time you actually saw Xavier up close was he had that helmet on. So is there something there that's going to be revealed later?
It's a possibility. I mean, I think that Hickman is probably taking this in the right direction. I think that the X-Men have been lost for years, and I hope that what I'm seeing right here turns out to be what I think it's going to be, and he grabs it and reins it back in and makes it. I don't think it'll ever be what it was when we were reading it back in the late 80s, 80s, early
Yeah.
90s
Yeah.
again. But I believe that if he keeps it going this way, sets it up, continues on with it, the X-Men will be a force to be reckoned with. It'll top Avengers again.
Well, I'm not a big X-Man, never have been. But that last Wolverines we've been reading, and this, it's not action packed by any means, but it is a good setup to what's going to happen.
It's narrative.
My favorite bits are the white pages, which you failed to read, which explains a lot
What's
of
going
what's going on with the flowers.
Well,
It explains
that
origins
was
of the
me.
flowers.
Right.
The flower thing, I saw the history of the. I'm like, I don't even know the history of flowers.
You need to know everything that was on the
Well, even I know what the flowers is about because they plant. I mean, it tells you, why they planted it through the story. I didn't even know that.
really like it's.
Well, I mean, they even pulled in a lot of people you wouldn't have expected. Like the Fantastic Four popped up, but even some older people we haven't seen in a while, like Cypher coming back. He was one communicating with the organism.
Krakoa, actually. I think Krakoa is an organism.
The living island,
Yeah.
considered to be the world's largest mutant.
And Tony, we're doing the Power of 10, number 1 right now. He's wanting us to what we thought about the new books. So we're actually doing the Power of 10 right now.
House of the House.
Or the House of X now and the Power of 10. So I'll get it right sometime.
House of Kal-El. Starring Batman.
What do you think, Ken?
Yeah, it's a total, Terry. What
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, I think, like I said, that started off slow, but I didn't think that's a bad thing. That's got to explain what's going on. I think it bears more reading for sure. The next issue, I love Magneto being in it. Great
Yes.
villain.
Yes.
I like the cockiness. It's Magneto, like we all know. And he tells it like it is at the end of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
The last page. This is the way it's going to be.
And that's what I'm looking. I'm wondering if that's what's going to spark off the war between Xavier and Magneto
Well, there's always been animosity
between the two.
between the two, and not because they're really at odds with each other. They both want the same thing.
They just want to cheat.
They just, yeah.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, it's that kind of dynamic between the two of them.
Well, one thing that got me into it was, and
It's a key basis for Professor Xavier.
Or Magneto.
but one thing that I noticed in it, we're always thinking about with Professor X always being the good guy and doing this, but it's almost like, we're going to give you the antidote for this, the cure for this, and all of these, but it's going to cost you.
You're going to have
You
to.
leave
Well, I
me
mean,
no
the only
space.
cost.
Well,
is
right now,
recognizing them
right
as an
now,
Right now.
yeah, they're saying the only thing it's going to cost them is just peace.
Yeah. Well, recognize our sovereignty.
And
Tony
maybe
wants to know
Magneto-
if we've heard anything of the 6 titles that's coming out after the 2.
I read something on it, Tony, but I slept for 4 hours today, and that's the first time I've been asleep in over 48
Pretty
hours.
sure they have something
So-
to do with the X-Men.
I know that I'm seeing the new Excalibur, and it looks like it should be good. A new Captain Britain.
Okay.
Captain Britain also.
And another New Mutants book,
Now, I wonder if they're going to,
which I believe is being set up in this book right here too, with them bringing the kids in.
Yeah, that's your new meaning.
I wonder if they're going to go the traditional New Mutants or try to go with the New Mutant, more horror-driven, like the movie is supposed to be.
Based off this book, I wouldn't think you'd go to the horror-driven side if they tried to branch off to doing the mutants comic though.
I'm just
Well,
curious with,
the way they
you know,
portrayed the
try to-
kids, if they're going to bring the kids in, with this book, they've got that lighthearted side as coming into a new place.
Yeah.
Unless something happens.
Well, the
that
island
changes.
also does have a part of it referred to as the arena. Like one of the pages, like you were saying, where it gives you a little bit of backstory, it was showing locations
There's also
on the island. One spot is clearly defined as the arena. What would that really be there for?
It would replace the danger room.
Yeah.
You got to have a place to train.
Am I the only one that is not feeling really comfortable with the island itself?
I want to know
Did
what
anybody
I want
else
to know what the
Give
no
the
place is.
vibe that this thing is going to suck these mutants in.
Well, it's like Dave was talking about there a minute ago. You know, Professor X is your, hero. But what if he's not this time?
Yeah.
What if, because it looked to me like, and spoilers, it looked to me like the island was birthing some of these mutants.
Yeah.
That's the beginning.
Yeah. Professor X was.
Well, the island was living because it was recognizing everybody's coming through.
Well,
You know,
in the books, it's known as a
Yeah.
living island.
but even he had several eyes that was actually seeing these people. So I wasn't getting a good feeling just over the island itself.
And the island is dangerous because that was the one island that they dealt with. I think Giant Size X-Men when they first introduced Storm and Colossus and all of them. Because this is the same exact island, isn't it?
I look forward to reading more about Forge.
The Forge.
Yes. Because at first I thought it was going to be the Forge. Damn, what's the name of Thor's Forge? Where he got started.
Tony said, X-Men is just the Summers family with Wolverine.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I was surprised to see that there's a Sentinel head floating around in space, and it has its own ecosystem going on. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Mind my big head, I dropped my lid.
That might be something for like the humans to defend themselves against the mutants later on, because in all honesty, like at the end of it, it just seemed like the reason why Magneto took so long with and explaining to all the people that was there was for the psychic girl to sit there and read their minds.
That was
and
strictly
learn who they
reconnaissance. That
were.
was
Yeah, that
strictly
was
an undercover reconnaissance mission to find out what everyone was feeling. And I was just like,
good job.
round of applause.
Yeah.
Like, way to sneaky Sanchez.
Yeah, because he asked, there at the end, he says, "What do y'all think?
Yeah,
Or what you think? Or what have you learned?" And they say, "Well, no, I wasn't talking to you."
There you go.
I'm hoping to see some of the Omega mutants brought in. Because there's a page that lists them, but I'm hoping they play a key factor in the story.
Well, if you're not real familiar with it, Cyclops even told the Fantastic Four in this book, when your son is ready, we have.
He's got a family.
Yeah.
On crack cocaine.
And I believe the Iron Man's going to make an appearance too. Did you catch that?
Sort of, kind
Well,
of.
they brought up Shield and Sword.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they even brought, when they was talking about breaking, when they was doing that hacking job, they said they was
Two of the
the
smartest minds.
smartest minds
Yeah.
alive. We read Richards and Stark.
Yeah.
So
And one of the files of the little back.
So I can see where they can bring in the whole. They said the whole Marvel universe will be affected by this. So
Apparently, new characters are going to be introduced in later issues, at least one or two.
Professor Pez.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
big on the
Yeah,
cerebral helmet.
I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. He sort of looks like a bug.
Yeah, I get that.
It looks like a
token
really
you got.
bad design collector. The Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe.
But did you
Oh,
notice how young he looked?
Yeah.
Yes.
They definitely portray him as a much younger Professor X than what.
Looking possibly mid-20s.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't really see the face, but body-wise, that's how.
Which I was thinking clone.
I'm thinking possibility of clone on a lot of them.
well, Magneto even looked younger than from what you could see.
Jean Grey's wearing her old outfit, Marvel Girl.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah, I was gonna say
classic
she's
outfit.
Marvel Girl.
Not Phoenix, she's not,
Yeah.
you know.
And we haven't even seen any of the other ones that have been key players in some of the other X stories leading up to this, like the Gold Series. We haven't seen Colossus in this. We
Well,
haven't
you
seen
actually
Storm,
there's a
Kitty
brief
Pryde.
arm shot of Colossus' arm. That's all you see,
Yeah.
and then a shot of Nightwing. Oh my gosh,
Nice man.
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
Nice man.
So you see a couple of key characters, but you see them at when that state in the different locations of where these flowers
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Skates up.
On the planets, but you haven't seen them actually on the island because you would think they would be somebody that would be more than willing to help get something like that started, unless, of course, they're brought in later because they can't introduce everybody into it.
Being base X-Men characters and them being at the different locations, it looks to me like the professor is setting his generals up
Right.
in the different locations.
Yeah.
And he's going to start funneling the armies to them.
because the way with the it'll only let mutants go through
Unless being escorted.
unless being escorted, and then they have to have
Yeah,
permission.
yeah.
So and that would be untraceable, and they could show up.
Yeah, and there's several ports everywhere. And even the humans that was inside was like, even realized it said, with you able to show up anywhere in time, or since time is relevant here, or irrelevant, you can show up anywhere in the world. It's like, well,
Yeah.
we're just seeing.
Yeah, they said throwing out centuries of a textbook war with just having that ability.
And it does. I mean, it gives them a distinct advantage over every other standing army in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where it goes.
We'll continue in that Power of the 10 next
Tony's saying, are we saying there's going to be a clone army? I mean, it could be. Right now it's open. It's wide open.
I mean, Magneto does kind of look like
a lot of
a stormtrooper.
speculation.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We're just speculating, Tony. We're not.
And even
X-Men
again, at the
clones
very
on
end, when Magneto said his famous little last words there, he was holding the flower that started it all, where he planted it. They planted it. And he was sniffing it. So
I'm a little nervous to see where it's going. Like in a way, like that's good reading in a way. Like I'm actually kind of scared reading the story.
Yeah.
What's going on.
I mean, is it going to change the way we know X-Men completely? Like the good guys becoming the bad guys becoming the good guys, or
Like
have they all
Terminator
just went
Extinction.
bad, or
Yeah.
So wait, Cyclops actually becomes a good guy then?
At first, I thought he was.
Sides?
At first, I was like, I thought that the way he came out, instead of being cocky, Summers, he came out like, how you doing? I was like, there's hope for you, and I was like, oh, no, there's not. I was like, I hope you die soon.
Changed my mind.
I hope you run up the stairs in this horror movie. You dumb info.
Hide behind the wall of chainsaws.
You can hide behind X's head.
It was cool seeing Fantastic Four pop up.
Oh yeah, it was.
Reed Richards
I
actually
believe-
does look good.
I see,
Yeah,
I
and,
see
you
a
know.
fight between X and 4. I
Yeah.
really do. I see a clash between the rest of the Marvel. That's what I'm feeling. Is like a clash between the rest of the Marvel universe and the mutants. The way things are, because, in my opinion, I feel like Toad and Cyclops.
Well, wasn't the Fantastic Four fall into the mutant category?
No,
No.
They weren't born with their powers.
no, they got theirs from the start.
But see, Franklin Richards,
Was born.
Sue and Reed's son, was born with his powers, and he is
So that's the
considered to
reason he
be.
said.
Yeah, he's an Omega level
Yes,
mutant. He's,
beyond Omega.
Yeah, he's
he can shape reality with his mind.
he's up there with Mad Jim Jasper's.
Tony wants to know if Apocalypse is heading
No.
the team in the new runs. For anybody's heard.
Well, I've seen
Yes,
one,
he's going to be in one of them.
He was going to be in because I've seen future solicitations with him and Sinister both on at least covers. So there's some reason they're on the covers for reasons.
I'm wanting to say, Tony, that Storm and Apocalypse are going to be on the same team.
Yeah.
In one of these new books. Like I say, my mind's a little foggy right now. I hadn't slept a whole lot in several days, but
That's Mountain City for you.
Too much partying.
Everyone stays up all night.
yeah.
It's your turn to turn the light off tonight. Out there, by the way. What light? The only street light we have.
Huh?
Yeah, what street light we have?
You can't get it.
Yeah, you go out there with
Over
the
his head.
blow it out.
Yeah.
We're old school.
But as a whole,
You can't get it.
going back to the glory days, I can see that I believe that Hickman's got this headed in the right direction. But Marvel, let's throw this out there at you, Marvel fans. Hickman said that there are no more dream projects left for him at Marvel once he gets finished with the X-Men, that the only thing left for him is at DC.
Stick down your pipe and smoke it.
But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I
but
did.
now kudos to Marvel because I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the art.
Yeah, and that's something we hadn't touched base on was artwork. The artwork to me was hey,
Yeah, I enjoyed
Good
the art.
It was a more realistic type of art than this. I really.
I mean,
I like
they
that.
it
Like,
fell
the
short
only
in
negative in
some
this story
spots.
is his head.
And Cyclops.
The head of X and Cyclops. Yeah, he's like those two combined is like was the reverse Captain Planet? The guy you love to hate.
Well, again, I'm not a big fan of Cyclops. He shocked me in that, just the way he kept his demeanor and everything. So,
Well, they basically gave the Fantastic Four Sabretooth as more or less a sacrifice, an olive branch, because he knew he could have took him.
Was it an olive branch or was it a bomb? I was like, did they plant a bomb?
And
Because
that
you know
may-
that they were there on reconnaissance
That may have been the
for
plan.
Xavier and Magneto. Maybe not our. Maybe Magneto's been thinking about it. I don't know. I'm excited, but I know that's Magneto's. That's the squad right there.
Magneto's suit looks awesome. For one thing,
Design is
that's
very good.
awesome.
Got Magneto look good. Professor X looked like he got a big cotton swab on top of his head.
Everything was good except for X's head.
He looks like he tried to cosplay as Black Manta and failed miserably at it.
Black man.
Huh?
Come up with better names.
I just don't think it's Xavier.
You don't think so?
No.
Because it clearly states there's Professor Xavier.
Yeah. Did you see him?
I've seen that massive head.
Okay. Did you see the face?
No, but I'm I'm taking it as a term
The
that
two times
reason
that you seen him in that book, did you make him out?
I don't make out with men. Period.
All right, Jonathan.
Yes.
Black Hammer.
I mean, you seen the amount of mutants that were coming to the island. What if he's wearing that right now? Because I'm feeling like that's more of a mini Cerebro.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. So what if he's just wearing that right now? Because he's like, I'm calling you all here. Maybe he's like that's because they're trying to get the mutants to the island right now.
Yeah, but again,
So
you
they can
didn't
start
hear
the next episode of Lost.
Well, what if he's wearing that because Magneto don't want to see that that's not him?
What if it is?
Or what if
But
Magneto's
it's not
using
his personality.
What if the island's using it to control it?
There's like so much going on.
Yeah. Or Onslaught, because that's how Onslaught gained his power, was through mutant kind. Because every other human had sacrificed themselves. Every other hero sacrificed himself.
I'm
Originally destroyed.
trying and really wanting to believe that Hickman is going to take this a different direction. That it's going to be something that we're not expecting. That it's going to be. And we can all sit around the table and speculate about it all day long. We can speculate about it for weeks. But the best thing to do,
Pick
If
up
you
issue
enjoy-
number 2.
if you enjoy the books, X-Men stories, pick up the books, read them for yourself, follow along with us because we're going to follow up on this.
Is my
because
cover? Is my cover in the box? Black and white.
that one that she stuck up there on the
One of the
shelf.
storybook.
Maybe somebody would want it. I just didn't know.
I bought the War of the Realms too.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
I like anything that's like me, black and white.
I'm going to say $20.
I'm not that cheap, bro. 2050.
2050.
Okay. Did y'all read this new Vampirella #1?
I checked it out. I went through some of the panels. I kind of got lost though. Like I got distracted after I turned the page. I kind of looked ahead and saw all of Vampirella on the covers.
Yeah, there's a lot of covers.
Yeah, like everything else. This is only like a 5 or 6 page book.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly short book.
What'd y'all think about it?
I was into it at first and then it just lost me.
It's definitely not your typical vampire.
After the wet fart joke she made, I just kind of. So I'm not even joking. It's literally a wet fart joke. So and
how you would actually say her name.
it would be like a yodel mixed with a wet fart. That's her description of it.
Yeah,
And then after that, there's like 2 more pages, but I was just like, you lost me. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, there's honestly a lot more humor in this than you would actually think of, like right off the bat with it being Vampirella, because she's sitting there telling a psychiatrist this story of her fighting this really old,
Stinky undead guy.
sneaky undead guy. I guess he's German because he speaks German.
Yes.
Yeah, and like the plane crashes and it kills all these people,
It's a train.
and she.
Not a plane. It's a train.
Well, there are
An
differences.
automobile.
One flies in the air, one runs across tracks on the ground. Come on,
Yes, but when they both crash, they kill a lot of people.
not necessarily.
More people survive train crashes than they do falling from aircraft. Just saying. There's only one person I know who did that, and he was in Metropolis.
So keep going about the train crash.
Thinking of
Yeah. So that's what it is she is telling her story to a psychiatrist. Yeah, he looks like the character Mr. Glass from like the Unbreakable Split, like M. Night Shyamalan movies, and he's just
In my who?
Shyamalan.
No, you can say Shalamadan.
Yeah, that's why I usually call this Shyamalan. That's what I usually call, but I was trying to be a little more respectful. I don't know how to say that man's name.
Well, that wasn't it.
M. Night Steve will be easier.
But I mean, the art was actually pretty good in it, but it wasn't good enough for me to want to follow along with the story.
So the art was good, but it wasn't enough to pull the story along.
Not for me. Yeah. Not for the lack of words. Literally, like the lack of words, lack of story that I picked up in it, and the art. I mean, you can't just throw just because it's chicken red doesn't mean I want to read it.
Well, she's not even in her red suit.
No,
That's not me either.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry. I wanted to read a comic book.
That was a pretty good analogy.
So all you horny teenagers out there, saw the book for you. Or maybe it is the book. You don't have to read
I
it.
don't,
Just
you know,
look.
for it being the 50th anniversary, out of respect for Ramparelli, they could have done a lot more. They could have done better.
Well, I mean, I think they are doing this because the guy even said he's wanting this to be a more
Alex,
real world
keep up
take.
with the chat.
My phone's right
Because-
at dead.
I mean, I have one Vampirella and it automatically starts in issue 1, Cult of Chaos, and all this is going on, and they're sacrificing people. This is really being like it's introducing the character into a real world setting where none of that stuff has been established yet.
She's a vampire.
And she's not a vampire, she's an alien.
She sucks blood.
So wait a minute.
So do mosquitoes.
Vampires.
Maybe
That was speaking.
I've never read any Vampirella books. Okay, I never have. So she's not a vampire.
No, she's a blood-sucking alien.
Yeah,
She's a
she's an
vampire.
alien, and even the psychiatrist said, well, if all of what you're saying is true, then maybe your species came here centuries ago, and that's what we invented our myth on upon the vampires. Because she says, I'm an alien. He goes, all right, Canadian woman, I'm not Canadian. Well, you're Hungarian then. I'm not Hungarian, I'm an alien. And he just keeps going on.
Blood-sucking Hungarian.
Yeah.
Fights Sneaky Deadly.
Yeah, Vampirella's an alien. It's just her characteristics of her species is
It's a
vampire.
jumbled book. And
And there's a werewolf in it, apparently.
Yeah.
Supposedly a
somewhere
werewolf
along
in it.
the line, it's called.
She says the dude's a werewolf, and the psychiatrist says the dude just has mental problems.
Yeah, he has the mind of a dog. That's a problem.
Yeah, she is in a psych ward in this story. That is what she says. She is with a psychiatrist in this story, saying this is what has happened. And this guy is saying, these are delusions. I'm trying to help you figure out who you really are and what really happened in this story. So that's why I was saying this isn't starting out like the old Vampirella stories with the cult of chaos, sacrificing people and monsters and everything galore. This is introducing the character into a more real world setting. None of that stuff has been explained in this world yet.
They tried that with Lawrence Talbot too. Look at
Who's Lawrence Talbot?
the Wolf Man. Like it's like what do you call that? You need
Oh,
to pick up a book or a DVD. It's on DVD now.
What's DVD?
Oh, it's got Anthony Hopkins in it.
Okay. What did y'all think about the book in general? I'm pretty sure what
I give it what it says on the front cover.
a 1.
Well, it ain't a 50.
Seeing as I actually read it, a 7. I didn't look at the half-naked pictures of women in the back.
I didn't. I just flipped to the covers real quick.
You did. So you looked at the bunch of half-naked women in the
It's
back.
not my fault that they don't know how to put clothes on the woman. Shit.
That's what her race wears.
All right, they're a bunch of whore-ass aliens. They look the same.
What in-
Always something like that.
Does that look like a vampire?
Since day
Flip.
one, it's been that way.
Oh, yeah.
This one?
They always had that design. They tried to change it a few times.
It still looks like a vampire.
Okay.
The art's solid, though.
On the covers.
Cover.
But like the artwork in the book, like
There out there, that was awesome.
It's not
Where she was flying up with the wet bat wings.
It just wasn't enough to pull the story along, though. I just didn't like the story enough to like get captured by the art. I can't say it's bad art. Just not good enough for the story to pull along with it.
I will
Is
say,
there even a story in it?
No,
I don't think so.
not really. I said I read the first few pages.
You opened the back.
and then I skipped the last 2.
They said there was only like 5 or 6 pages of actual story in it.
50 million.
There's like 7
So,
pages
from what I read
of the
of it-
covers.
For what I read of it, it's
Yeah, 3
nothing.
pages is just covers.
Yeah.
You know?
Some nice covers.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you got about $500,000
One real story.
$1,000 to buy them all.
the cover says the same thing on every one of them. Vampirella. It's like that song. Tequila. Okay.
all the covers would say Vampirella. You don't need them to say Captain Marvel.
Well, apparently they don't need to say Vampirella. She ain't a vampire.
Yeah, dude. Alien. That sucks blood. Vampirella has a better ring to it, if you ask me. Pros lots of tongues.
I don't know. Alien that sucks, you know.
The second alien. The second one.
They might find a lot of them when they storm Area 51.
The succubus.
If any of our viewers are still planning on storming Area 51, hey, live stream that so I can see you die. I need to watch this.
I want to see your best Naruto.
Or better yet, before you do it, join the live chat, talk to us. Heck, if you really want to, I'll give you my phone number, and we'll put you on speaker so you can talk on. You know, I just
I want to
hear.
hear laser beams going off, all right?
Yeah. Laser beams, alien screeching language, inhumane screams. What's up?
Now I saw something today that you know everybody said this alien proven. This I would believe in after what I saw today. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark and Terry saw the same thing.
I thought it was lack of sleep, but everybody else saw the same thing I saw. So.
Yeah, I will wait till
Yeah,
the camera's off.
wait till we're not live.
Because even for that, I don't want to say that.
So a 1 and an 8.
Well, it's not getting a 9. I can tell you that. Don't add those together.
So average that out, it brings it down to about a 4.
He just looked at the naked women at the end of it.
No, I did not.
Married man that's happily married gives the raunchy book a 1. The horny guy that don't have a girlfriend gives it an 8.
All right, there you go. All right,
And she wears clothes during most of the story. So she doesn't even really wear that. Except
Yeah,
for
but
like
there ain't no
two
story.
pants.
It's all them
the rest of
covers.
it's just the covers. Of course, someone's gonna pick it up just for that.
Yeah, because that's
Anything
Alex Ross.
No, well, I'm sorry. I wanted to read a comic book, not a Playboy. All right, I was
It
looking
was,
for a swimsuit model.
in all honesty, it was a G-rated Playboy. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just not my style, man. Even the old Vampirellas, I just never was too fond of the chick. I was like, I don't like the way you dress. I'm sorry. I was raised by my grandpa.
He was more of an Elvira.
no, in all honesty, Lady Death, Lady Death ain't much better.
Idiot.
Oh, fine. Well, fine. All right, we get off that.
You got what I need.
But that's the reason people watch us.
Yeah. They say it's about comics, but they talk about everything.
Black Hammer has graciously decided that he's going to give his seat up to our special guest tonight, which happens to be my oldest son, Alex.
I'm adopted. I don't count.
You heard it here, folks. He doesn't count.
I miss you already, man.
My oldest biological son, Alex, who's going to review his first book with us. Loki #1 came out last week,
My bad.
Nasty.
and him and Jonathan read it. So let's see what they think about it. Now you got to speak up so we can hear you.
I thought it was horrible. I had a hard time. So it was batch from the beginning.
It's another Arthur Curry bash. Let punches fly.
Aquaman reference for this video.
It was hard to follow. Very little of the book made.
Pretty much, it was just Thor going to pick up Loki out of jail after Loki had a drunken bender out of the casino, and then Nightmare attacked and that's kind of about it.
That's good review.
No.
Well, now,
Let's have him get in depth with this.
is it a #1?
It is #1.
And left you confused. 'Cause, I mean,
It wasn't that I wasn't confused. It's just I had a hard time understanding what was going on. And I like stuff that's more complicated, but
Well, the Nightmare character, his self, is a character that can warp your reality.
it's,
So, do you think maybe that had something to do with it, or was it just bad?
it was just bad. Now, I like
Yeah.
the Nightmare character and the idea behind it, but
And they beat him really easy compared to how powerful he is.
so the character was good. It just, they didn't play him well. The writing sucked up.
Well, men, you don't get a chance to talk comic books very much because we're usually, doing something else around the house or something when you're home with me on the weekends. But do you like Loki as a character?
I like him as a character if he's a bad guy. And in this, I'm not really sure what he was.
He
Yeah,
was
that's
a bored king that left his throne to go gamble.
Yeah.
And then got mad and made a snow
So-
thing that when Nightmare attacked, it just ate Nightmare. And it was like, oh, that Christmas is done and over. Like, no fight, no nothing to it.
Or is it really done and over, or is Nightmare got him
So,
wrapped up in
what's he king up right
the
now?
Nightmare dimension?
Jotunheim.
Is that
However you say it.
Jotunheim?
Jotunheim.
In the store?
Well, it's an issue too, so we got to be something
Ice
else.
Place. Yeah.
That's not a one shot.
I mean, I don't know. There's a reference of how Thor even really knows Loki's in the real world. He sees himself saying, "You need to stop your brother," and old Thor, and he's just like, "Nice trick, Loki," and he just summons it away, goes to the real world, and picks up Loki from his drunken bender. It's like, "How did you even know I was here?" "Oh, well, you sent your illusion." Well, at the very end, it does show, I don't know, somebody that looks like Thor, but not exactly Thor. It kind of looked like Jane Foster Thor, in my opinion, just saying it didn't go through, and then it kind of looks like the Richard kids running towards the person, and then that's how it ends. So,
I don't know.
I mean, I described the whole book to you right there.
if this book is as confusing as they're prattling on is to me, then the book is unreadable.
It's unreadable because it goes nowhere.
I mean, there's nothing in it that leads you to want to find out what's coming next or anything like that.
Are they even giving an opening to maybe a next something coming?
I don't know, because I mean that's the
Well, what did you think about the artwork? Was the artwork?
the artwork was good. It reminded me of cartoons and stuff that I've not watched in a while because I've got used to things being graphically intensive and looking as realistic as possible. So that was nice to see something like that again.
Yeah, like the cover artwork is pretty much what you get in the book, which isn't exactly a bad thing. That's always nice because it's clear advertisement of, hey, here's this cover and your artwork looks the exact same, whereas this artwork is phenomenal. You open the book and you get hot trash of what Unbelievable Squirrel Girl is on the inside.
Time to piss off Mama Yankee, right?
if you want.
Anyways, do you want special guests on here a lot?
Alex?
Just special guests in general. Let them talk. Fella gets started. But back to the artwork, so it reminds you of your childhood.
Which was like 15 minutes ago.
Just because you're tall doesn't mean you're not a child.
Yeah, you're what?
I'm still
He's what, 15? Yeah, this big boy, he's only 15, y'all. I mean, Mark's been feeding me real good.
Drink whey protein instead of formula.
I did put protein powder in his bottle when he was a baby. I will admit to that.
Miracle Grows formula.
It does wonders.
Well, would you want to try to read the second one in order to try to figure out what was going on in the first one, or are you just done with it?
I might read the second one.
Be honest. If you had a chance to read the second one right now, would you read it?
I would read the first page if it didn't intrigue me. I would.
If it doesn't tie up what they were trying to allude to some twist in this.
Well, now a series that he started 2 weeks ago was, and it's something that most everybody here at the table has been reading, so it's something you can discuss with him up till issue 3, The Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, we actually
Yes.
discussed it a little bit earlier. He was sitting up here with me and Terry, and we had a pretty good conversation on it. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. I love the idea of there's a Joker Batman. That to me is amazing, and he's trying to fight off what so far I'm not sure is him or someone else. And so far it's been very intriguing.
Yeah, and like I say, he's on issue 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're still getting that. You're not knowing what happened, and we still, we're on the next to last issue. We still don't know what's happening.
The 7's coming out next week, by the way. Last issue.
So, well, I'm glad you found something that keeps you intrigued, and that's a good one to keep you intrigued, because just when you think you figure something out on it, you ain't figured nothing out.
Now, see, once it ends on issue 7, it carries over into Superman Batman. So, if you like the way that ends up, let me know, and you can start getting Superman Batman.
Then we'll get you on here for that Superman Batman and let you do a review on it.
Yeah.
So,
Lonnie Raj says, okay, guys, SDCC announcement, Phase 4.
Woo Blade.
I don't know that I'm happy about who they've got to play Blade. I mean, I don't really know the dude. I can't remember
Did you
his
see
name.
him in the Luke Cage? Yeah.
He was Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
No.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He can get really intense too.
Yeah.
But to me, he doesn't look like Blade. I mean, to me, I see Blade. Yeah, I know.
that would be funny.
You think of Blade as this this tough-looking character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's rough and he's because that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
You think of Blade looking, and in all seriousness, and everybody turn around and look this direction. If he weighed 50 pounds less, that's what Blade would look like in real life. Right there.
If Blade looked like this, he wouldn't need no guns. They come equipped. Just saying.
Now, is Blade a vampire, or is he a blood-sucking alien?
Half vampire.
Because if he looks like that, I'm going to have to go with the blood-sucking alien.
I've only got one thing.
You from the South. Oh, gosh. Oh.
Well, Alex,
Well, you want to give a shout-out to your YouTube?
Yes. Please subscribe to
No, who said shout?
Ghost Killer Gaming Labs. There's
Wait a second. Wait till everybody's being rude. All right, now you might want to say it a little bit louder so they can hear you.
Or to mine.
Check out Ghost Killer Gaming Labs. There's getting ready to be a huge update to the channel, so there'll be new content coming up soon, along with Twitch add-ons to it.
I didn't understand a thing he just said, but he's excited
did.
about it.
I understood. You don't get because I'm a gamer. I understood.
Well, what's Twitch for us
It's,
old farts?
It's when you have a
live
sl-
YouTube, essentially, but better without the demonetization.
I still didn't understand what he said.
Essentially, if you say something someone finds offensive, you can get demonetized and all the money you got from it.
Well, hell, we're
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
done.
what's eventually going to happen to us? Yeah.
Or you can get age restricted. Which,
we get what?
age
Age
restricted.
restricted.
Oh, well, that'd
You know what that
be
means?
NC-17 Order Channel then. TVMA.
Exactly.
E for everybody.
blur.
So that's his YouTube channel.
Yeah, everybody subscribe, give him some love.
And, you know, he's real quiet on us right here. Get away from me. We're about to have one, yeah.
Terry is getting impatient over here. He wants to continue the show. No.
Phase 4, Blaze, you're not happy about the character.
Not Harry Potter. I am definitely not happy about a Captain Marvel 2 because Captain Marvel 1 sucked.
Are they doing a captain? Well, yeah, they signed on what for
Yeah,
4 more.
I agree with that.
And then you've got Thor.
The Thor, you can sort of see that falling in continuity because Jane Foster did take over as Thor in the books, and they're not creating a new character just for the sake of doing it.
Right.
I hope that when she turns into Thor, that they get somebody, that they get a female who has a physical presence
Yes.
about her.
Fox.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To play the Thor
Top
part.
character.
Because-
Nia Jax.
No.
No.
That's the unworthy Thor. That's the in-game female Thor.
That's War Thor. That's a
Or you say Thor?
War Thor.
No, that would
The
be
one that
Pamela
full stack.
Anderson.
Full stack. War Thor.
Hey, Terry.
Ah,
Did it not sound to you like he said whore Thor?
Yes.
You never know what he's doing.
Man, a few words, but he says something straight and to the point.
I mean, Charlotte Flair has the build, but she probably can't act, but she looks like it.
Well,
She's
that
got that
would be a good.
tall
Yeah.
build and that just the right build, but can she
Outdo.
act? I don't know.
Well,
I just thought of her when you thought
I
of
don't
female
think she has good mic skills.
Thor. I
not
don't know if
even
she
on
can, I don't know if she
WWE,
can act.
so
I don't know if she's got the look.
Which I don't. Well, he can't
But
act
she can't
either.
act and ain't gonna do any good. So it won't do any good if she can't
I
act.
don't see why they couldn't use Charlize Theron though, because every movie she's in, she always has a presence to her.
Well, if someone's there, obviously there's a presence.
And now we're monetized.
let's
Not over dipshit. I'm sorry, we said far worse than dipshit.
Alex, we'll see you in 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, brother.
I guess.
And we welcome back Black Hammer. Slowest black guy you ever seen.
That's because there's
Oh my God.
Sucking that gut.
I'm done.
Y'all are-
Terry on point tonight. He's like, you making me miss my bedtime. Do all of you. Fair game for
I just
everybody.
get worse later.
We need another 2 hours for this whole shit. Woo.
So what else did we miss on Phase 4?
Phase 3.
Phase 10, you ever played that? That's
Yeah,
a fun game.
Phase 10's
Phase 10 is a good game.
Will be another Guardians movie.
I-
Another
Well,
Guardians.
yeah, the Guardians movie, that should be good.
Thor
Yeah.
Beyond the
With,
Guardians looks.
James Gunn.
Well, yeah, but it's
Well,
going to be.
no. They said Guardians isn't going to be on Phase 4, it'll be Phase 5.
Oh, really? Wait a little while.
Yeah, because he's
I thought they
hasn't
said it
even
was
started
Phase 4.
doing the Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's got to do that before he can go in.
I'm just glad they
Yeah.
brought James Gunn back.
What about?
James Gunn, the guy that directed Guardians of the Galaxy, is doing Suicide Squad, and then he's going to go back and do.
So what other
Guardians
Phase
of the
4s are there then? I haven't heard.
The
of
Eternals.
Eternals.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Black
Which I
Panther.
don't know really anything about the
Black
Eternals.
Panther.
I don't
Two.
know.
Namor's supposed to show up, isn't it?
And then you're going to have
Nice.
the Black Widow.
Yeah,
Solo
solo
movie.
run.
It's going to have Taskmaster with Ewan McGregor.
I think the Black
That's
Widow
what
might
it's
be
I can't remember who that is.
Falcon Winter Soldier,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
which is going to be on TV. The Shang-Chi,
Yeah,
That should
that's
be
right,
good.
Kung Fu.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
that's something different.
I'm
Yeah.
coming for you.
I would actually love to see a Hong Kong movie.
Live action.
Yeah.
You know, they the underdog.
The Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, yeah.
That should be really good. They're actually advertising it as a horror movie.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the first Doctor Strange. Yeah, I was very impressed with that.
I wonder if that'd be a way to introduce
That's like a
the
sleeper.
Nightmare character into the MCU.
Could be.
Loki.
They're doing a Loki movie.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
TV show.
The book sucks, so I can't wait to see this one.
Okay.
And that's a TV show also
Yeah.
where he's training his daughter to take over as Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Following the comic script.
Everybody can say what they want to. Hawkeye's a good character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good base Avenger character.
He's what Cyclops could have been.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
be legit. He's what Cyclops could have been for the X-Men.
Without power.
Well, I mean, I'm going to stare at you.
Yeah, the What If series.
With
Tony
Adrian
Hodge just
Tennant.
mentioned the What If series.
Yes, that one I'm interested
Yeah,
in.
now the what if I'm interested.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
somebody zoomed in on the picture, and in one of the top left corners, they actually have a zombie face of Captain America in the What If screen. So, yeah, Marvel Zombies maybe would be awesome.
That would be.
I'm
Oh,
looking
man.
forward to the Black Widow movie too because of Taskmaster.
Wouldn't that be an origin movie for her? Is that what's going to be?
I think so.
She
And then,
died.
It's going to be about her time in the Red Room and stuff like
Wait,
that.
she
That
died
would
in
be Taskmaster.
That's right.
Taskmaster's going to be in it.
You've not, oh, you've not watched that game yet?
Huh.
What?
They ain't no spoilers. If you waited this long and ain't watched it because you can't find it on Blu-ray disc, I don't want to hear it.
You need to get on other websites, sir. Before
Oh no, when the movie came out in theaters, it was already up on YouTube.
He's probably still dialing up his internet.
I just
That
don't
would-
know what order to put it in.
I don't know if anybody caught that one, but then Mark.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, okay.
What'd you
So
say?
right.
let's not repeat it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
not Elijah.
I would think that out of all of these, in my opinion, I'm probably looking forward to the Doctor Strange more.
I'm still that what if is.
Well, it'll be a TV show though.
Oh, is it a
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
show?
it'll be a TV
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah. So every week you'll have a different episode.
That'll be good.
Of what, yeah.
They could do a lot of things.
Yeah.
As far as the movies go, I'm looking forward to that Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Doctor Strange would be the.
Multiverse of
What
Madness.
if we didn't make Captain Marvel? Then you
Well, the what
could
if
say those
Spider-Man
lines.
was the Punisher.
Yeah.
That one, you know.
Pretty cool one
Yeah,
shot
that's
comics,
yeah,
so-
Change
that's.
his name to the Flash.
A lot of those one ifs were good. The old ones,
Change his name to the Flash Water.
That's pretty good, Cody. What we got here? Let me look at this. I don't want it.
Oh, Tony Hodge is saying that Black Widow takes place after Civil War. He heard.
Yes.
could be, yeah, somewhere in the past.
After
Yeah.
Civil War.
Okay.
I'm not doing that timeline on it. But yeah, more. I don't know. if
Well,
it
by the
is
previews I saw, I'm like Cody. It showed her in times back in her training days, so it must be flashbacks then. If
Yeah,
it's
maybe
supposed to.
so. You know, can flashback to origin something.
Yeah.
pick for that one, for that phase, is going to be the Doctor Strange. I'm not interested in seeing the Captain Marvel 2 at all. When I watched the first Captain Marvel, it was a really good movie until Captain Marvel showed up in the scenes. You could follow the story, and then she would show up, and then you were like, what just happened?
And usually I would have been disappointed that they wouldn't show nothing with Hulk in it. But after what they done to Hulk in Endgame,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him.
No, I don't want to see
Not that. Why would they do so?
And that's the reason you're not on camera no more. Because what they done to the Hulk sucked.
Abercrombie and Mitchell.
He was
Didn't care for it.
major
That's
character.
right.
They took, well, not only he's a major character, but that was Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that is not only just a brute, but the mind power too.
He's
They
still
turn him
strong as he
into
ever
a-
was. They did it right.
Amber Kirby.
So I have to watch the movie. Wasting time.
It just blew my mind.
And then I watch Batman.
And I hadn't got a chance to read this one yet, but
Which one?
Daniel did. So he's going to kind of bring us up to speed on this one real fast.
Yeah, I'm the only one who read it, so this song gonna take about an hour.
Curse of the White Knight.
Yes.
No, I had seen online today that they was going to do kind of a throwback to the Killing Joke in this one. I just want to read it to see what it's about. Maybe do a little review. You know, even if you're not picking this up, this one right here, you know, grab it. It's awesome. Yeah, it's not really a retake like they said online. It's just kind of takes you back and lets you have a memory of what he done at the time. You know, like most serial killers, they go back to where they done it and kind of relive the. That's what this is bringing you to. Different situations, different things. Just it does give you a homage to the Killing Joke. Good reading. The artwork is amazing. I'm gonna say 9 all the way around.
Yeah, I just got my copy of it today, and I hadn't had a chance to read it yet.
I've been picking this series up since Detective. I started picking up a full run of it starting in 975. Of course, you know, I've got Detective Comics all the way through the years, here and there, and but I've started picking it up at 975. But about the last 5 or 6 issues, I hadn't had a chance to read, so I'm a little behind. As a matter of fact, I've got a stack of books as big as my 2-year-old that I'm behind on that I haven't read. So,
But they even done the Killing Joke. You know, they done it justice in this one. The same Joker, you know, that same attitude. You know, he's baiting Batman in. You know, Batman ain't falling for it. You know, he's already got the Joker playing tough.
Yeah, that's why I saw Tony say it. That's why I've been trying to fix it. It's not doing. That's a,
the guy sitting over there with the big computer screen says he can see it now.
And you're saying
So I'm
it's
not listening to you.
Prediction for Captain Marvel 2.
Well, we got it on that one, and I'm not trying to rush anything along or anything, but we got a surprise for Mark. He celebrated his birthday.
Indeed.
I got here.
Oh, you already got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he celebrated his birthday this week, and we managed to.
Everybody's got food poisoning.
Everybody done the face app challenge. You know, where they turn it old.
Oh god.
So we done that to Mark, and actually they made a comic book out of it, and it's going to be our cover of the week.
It's Lex Luthor.
It was Johnson's idea. But no, that's by no means the cover of the week. There was some really good covers came out though this week. My favorite is the Cheetah.
Yeah, Cheetah was bad.
This is probably one of them.
Would you
They can't
agree?
think for that.
Yeah, I like the Oracle.
Yeah, well,
I like Bizarro.
you got the work.
Yeah, the Bizarro was.
Well, like I say, it was all good, but
And Mr. Freeze.
No, the Freeze is. I've seen better.
the Oracles.
Don't really want to cover up Cheetah because that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Tony, which one do you like better?
Wait, where's Bizarro?
Sold out.
Oh man, I
No.
wish you wasn't.
Mine's still in my box.
Get it.
Not taking a while. It's a long box. Another hour. What else can we talk about while we're waiting?
Curse of the White Knight.
Curse of the White Knight 2, number 1. Yeah, it
Looking forward to reading that.
It is
I
amazing.
picked up a copy of that.
It is.
Did you read it?
I read it
I
every
didn't read
bit
the other one, so I need to try this one.
twice. Because you took a long time for Cole to get home. So I watched Batman and read the comic. What man? That's why I had my wife right there. Bagger, full run of DC Universe online. What? And comic books. Look at that. That Bizarro is just freaking
Pretty
awesome.
good, ain't it?
It's good. I think it's Cheetah.
Yeah, well, no one cares.
He says Cheetah goes to, but
I love
Oh, you too.
you. Don't lie.
Cracker.
So those are our 3 options. So you guys that are watching or watching later, buzz in and
But
let
as
us
much as I
know.
like Bizarro, I'd probably pick Cheetah too.
yeah, Cheetah.
Cheetah's pretty bad, but that Bizarro cover, it just has to be seen.
Bizarro kind of reminds me of a Sloth from Goonies.
So do you.
I know.
Hey, you guys.
Look at the camera and say, "Hey, you guys, come on,
You know you want to
do
do
it. You know you want
I
to."
don't want to do it.
Go for it.
Hey, you guys!
Thank you. Oh, we needed some comedy in this show. We just hadn't
He
done
still
nothing.
says Cheetah.
the Baby Ruth line. Rocky
So
Now sit on his lap, but you be the puppet. He be the ventriloquist.
You ever seen Ventriloquist?
I love you, bro.
Biggest dummy ever saw.
I just want to see where you're gonna put the hand. Can't be blurred. Have we got a response yet? Which one Tony picked?
Tony said that even with Bizarro, he still goes with Cheetah.
Good. I mean, that's solid.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Bizarro.
I just wanted Bizarro to be seen. Because it was a freaking good cover.
It is, and Jonathan may not get to keep it.
That's mine. Beware the black man. That's what I mean.
It ain't like you can stop him if he decides to
I
take
know.
it from you. For one, you haven't paid for it, so technically it's still his.
Yeah.
And for two,
Yeah.
I just ain't got think you're gonna have enough hair on your ass to get away from him if he wants it. I could be wrong.
He's no Blaze Laws.
Or if I need to, I could just go ahead and buy it right now. Need be.
I thought he was going to say, ask me. I was like, I'm not for hire.
He said, "Yeah, give him your lunch money and he'll take the
This is not negotiable.
There was something that you brought up earlier. What was that? Said we.
the Batman."
Oh yeah, the few DC Comics releasing how they've been teasing how we'll have a Shazam. I guess that last be the way to call him. They have said that there's going to be 2 more people to go with the other.
With the new infection.
Yeah, the new infection. And the 2 new people they have said is Hawkman and Supergirl, which I think they're building up a very heavy-hitting roster so far with just the 3 they've announced.
Yeah. I
And,
heard there's going to be 7 run here and all
Yeah.
together. Maybe they're not here. That's like Justice League because they were doing its own
yeah, and just like the
anti-thing.
little bit of artwork I found up like just of the covers of what they're supposed to look like. They look freaking awesome.
Who's the character on the cover of the Justice League Dark this week, Terry?
He would probably know because he reads it.
Well,
There's one back here.
I read it too, but because that was actually my pick for cover of the week.
Please. Please kill him.
That's the one I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's that ain't it that witch that put the magic spell on Wonder Woman. At the
Yeah, I
beginning?
just can't remember the name of it. That Witchy
Maybe.
Hour crossover.
See,
That's
this was my pick for
it's a
cover of
nice
the week.
cover.
Oh, it's not.
And I'm going to throw it up there so everybody can see it for a few minutes
These
too.
film covers are really nice. They've been coming out.
Yeah. It's been hard to pick on these because Year of the Villain stuff has been really good.
Yeah. And Marvel didn't even do any Battleline variants this week that I
I
noticed.
think they did them, but now they're done. I mean, they've already all been released.
And Web of Venom, Funeral Pyre came out this week. Guardians of the Galaxy #7 dropped. Of course, we got Justice League Dark. Some new True Believer stuff. Batman Beyond had a killer cover this week.
Yes, it did. Batman Beyond covers are almost always on point.
Flash is ending up that new run that it's been doing, that year one.
Yeah.
This week it came out.
Had Captain Cold.
Aliens Rescue #1 came out. Yeah, that Captain Cold cover was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Freedom Fighters dropped this week.
Yeah, I know there's you that.
And of course, the Oracle cover was the Batgirl this week. New Star Trek came out. Swordmaster #1 from Marvel
I cannot wait
dropped.
to read that.
You picked it up also too.
I have it in my
Cool.
book, yeah. But yeah, Swordmaster is right.
Marvel's anime introduced to you. What's up here?
They did a facsimile on the double-size issue of X-Men,
Yeah.
which would be the Phoenix run. New Action Comics dropped this week.
That was that Mr. Freeze cover.
Action Comics. Technical Comics.
That's the Mark cover.
Freeze.
Yeah, Detective is the Mr. Freeze. But we had some good stuff dropped this week. I mean,
A lot of really good covers. None of them really weren't bad. So,
and most everything that we've named off here, we still have in stock here at the shop. Come by and see me or Dave and pick up your favorite titles.
Now, not all the year the villains covers.
No,
You know, I mean, this year they dropped the ball on Lex Luthor. To me, they dropped the ball on Harley.
yeah, Frank Cho, the original design he had for that in the previews was so much better, but he kept messing with it. And the Lois Lane one,
Well, see, I liked the Lois.
yeah, I liked it too.
I didn't think it. You know, the only ones I had a big deal with is the Lex Luthor and
The Harley.
the Harley.
Because the Nightwing cover with Talon on the front of it, was
That's
good.
good. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Harley, has anybody seen the new trailer for her R-rated animated series?
Yes, I have.
It looks like it's going to be interesting.
It does.
She's had enough of Joker. She's on her own.
It's definitely not a kid-friendly cartoon. Yeah, I heard. If I wasn't mistaken, I think I heard an F-bomb or two.
so we're talking about like South Park cartoon.
Well, no, it ain't
So,
going to be that.
I mean,
They put it in the same realm as Gotham by Gaslight. And what was that one that they put in there?
Alex, was there another one of these in the fridge back here?
It probably froze.
So grab it out before the bottle busts and bring it up here. Terry, what you looking forward to this next few weeks coming out?
Superman Batman. It comes out the first week of August, right after the Batman Last final issue drops next week. See where that's going. That's going to that this year the villain thing with DC right now is going to be going a long time. There'll be a lot said year of the villain, they meant year of the villain. I mean, it's going to be a long time, long haul.
Well, the Black Label in general has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to
Some
be
good stuff
introducing
on there.
a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
But Last Night on Earth, we haven't really talked about it. Number 2 drops next week.
It's not
Very good read.
And it was a good one.
Yeah. Very
so
good read.
bad.
Yeah.
I can get you one. I know where I can find one. John City.
But I'm looking forward to the last Batman That Laughs.
I'll get you one. If it's still there.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes, just because of how
It might
issue 6
spur up
ended.
It was further
It looked like it
than
did.
careful. But it
He already went a little bit.
like mine.
Hey, little brother. You got my dog for that brother?
Yeah, it's gonna do it.
That son of
Paper towels right over right there.
you.
Someone
You got what I
put
need.
the paper plate underneath. Oh,
Let's do the plate thing, man. There you go. The funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't see paper plates or anything.
Here,
I
let's
know I
just
had
clean this
bags
up for
out
plastic.
There's a roll of paper towels right there beside my desk.
there. I tried to put the bag underneath
Over,
it. I'm sorry.
over on this side.
Fire on TV.
Right.
Anyway, you people see what I have put up with. Do you understand?
I think you do pretty well.
John.
Yes.
John.
Back to Black Label Comics.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I mean, I'm no Terriers too, but we're kind of curious about that last Batman.
Yeah.
Just see how they're going to tie everything up to move them into the Batman and Superman.
Right on.
I guess probably the next few issues of Nightwing, I'm sort of looking forward to those because they're bringing Rick into his own, whether he switches back over to being Nightwing, which I believe he will, but he's starting to sort of pull out of the head injury thing at this point in the books to a degree. But you've still got the police officers that are dressed as the Nightwing characters in the book.
He needs a new identity, just like Tim Drake. And they could be a team up.
And I am sort of curious as to what they're going to do with Tim Drake.
Yeah, and everybody is keeping their mouth closed on that one. I mean, I haven't
there's
seen
no-
anything. I mean,
no
no
leads,
kind of.
no speculation,
Yeah.
nothing on that.
Yeah, even the people that's, the normal people that you do for a speculation. I mean, they're just
Yeah,
dumbfounded.
there hasn't been anything discussed on that. Because of that.
Just put it in your mouth.
Open it up, shut it.
Getting ready to open the door and see how far up the street I can bounce it.
Stand there at the door, Jonathan.
It's not enough bottle, so they're very
Yeah, they are.
You can't break those things if you try. Well,
I'll let it thaw a
it's
little
like my
while.
number one drink and my number one spitball.
Did you ever get a
It's
chance
like
to read
It's all good.
the second event, Leviathan?
No, I haven't.
Have you read the second?
I
Has
actually
anybody?
just picked it up today.
I'm not even picked up a lot.
Alright.
Man, I'm ready for that one.
Because I just got finished work a 29-hour shift.
That ain't no excuse.
You could have read it on the way there.
Oh yeah, driving while reading. That,
I do it all the
That's,
time.
Yeah, well, we have to
Oh,
sign
well.
a paper at our job saying we won't do that.
I appreciate.
Oh yeah, good point.
Lead by example.
Uh,
Alright.
I appreciate you informing me of that. Your ticket will be served just shortly.
I'm a witness.
Do you still have the original White Knight run,
Yes,
Silent?
I do.
Okay. Did
I
you
haven't
ever
read
read
it
that?
yet.
Talking about Black Label Chris.
These dropped this week. These are pretty cool.
Please don't look at them.
Buy them and let me buy the little pieces off of it.
Don't buy them, and I will give you the little pieces off. I'll give you
Okay,
a
I
piece
won't
of
buy. I won't buy when you give me the little pieces
it.
out
I'll
of it.
give you a little
Yes.
piece of every one of them.
That's
So
what you
John
said.
Stewart, I've
See,
already
each one of
bought.
them has an attachable hand.
You didn't hear it, did
You bought John Stewart?
Yeah.
When?
Earlier today.
Where? Why is it in?
He's lying.
It's not there. Yeah.
There it is.
Because I know it'd make him mad.
No, I will get
And the
furious.
Starfire looks really good in this set too.
I want.
Probably the best figure, in my opinion, out of the set was probably the Nightwing.
Well,
But
for me, artwork and detail and the best character out of the whole set was Black Lightning.
That's the only one I didn't like out of the whole bunch.
They did a really good job. I don't even like the series, but they did a really good job on
does
the
look
coloring.
It looks like the show.
Looks just
Yeah.
like the show guy. I mean,
Yeah.
and Wally West was really good.
Yeah, Wally's good.
And
I
he's not
love
hard-
that.
John Stewart's just not a hard character.
The back,
I mean, he's one of my favorites, but he's
the
not
Batman
hard.
ninja
Yeah.
build a figure, that looked pretty awesome too.
Not yet. That's. I just hope no one buys them. Like,
Well, I got a statue to pick up this time around, so I won't be buying.
let's see, the
yeah. What was it?
Red Death pop figure dropped on us this week too.
Don's like, please don't buy it. He wants to put it in his long box and wait about 2 months.
Yeah.
So we've had some cool stuff come out this week, as far as books and merchandise, things like that.
Does anyone else here ready?
First up at White Knight. I have my issue. Did you ever read the original series?
No, I have not.
Dude, it's good. I think who all they let borrow? I let you borrow it, and I let Terry borrow it. Did I ever let you borrow it? Or did you say you got your second? Yeah. Okay. So that just leaves you and Mark without reading it, but it is well worth the read.
In your opinion,
You don't have the whole set. I try to make you the whole set, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, the free comic book day one.
You tried to sell it to him?
Yeah. And I was going to sell it to him cheaper than what they're selling them online for.
Yeah. What was it going? 12 online?
I did get an update from Albert Morales on Samurai Senorita. He sent me some new panels from it that
Howard. But anyway,
I don't know if he's on.
yeah, they're awesome. Really looking forward to that one coming out because the art's just killer in it, and y'all will see what we mean when it comes out.
I've got to take that picture. Send it to you.
I found one. My grandpa was asking about it. He asked about my comic books a lot. And he laughs at me. He says, "You'll never grow up." I'm like, "I love you too."
Wow. Yeah.
But touching her.
I did touch her.
Yeah, you
And I wouldn't touch her at whatever said at that convention.
Threw it up. It's
He said the inspiration of her butt was his. So, no.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's nice.
It's very nice.
So we hope to have a few copies of this when it comes out.
He's actually making an exclusive cover for this shop.
That was my understanding.
That's what I gathered.
I want an exclusive Black Hammer cover. Trying to get him to be an original piece.
You got to be on the special list.
I am on a special list.
And hopefully next week he mailed some of the stuff out that the commission stuff that he's doing for us should be here sometime this week. So hopefully next week we can feature some of his covers, the commissions that he's done for us on the show next week.
That'd be nice.
Tony Hodges wanted us to get in one of the Samurai Senorita. This one they do drop.
You got it, Tony. All right.
I've got an original print of the Samurai Senorita, signed red velvet. It will be going on eBay for $500 starting bid.
No one knows who Red Velvet is. That'd be like you selling my Comic Con exclusive to Black Hammer. All right. Who the hell's Black Hammer? Just saying, Red Velvet. That's
He asks more and more of Jonathan every episode.
I'm gonna beat Stuff black teddy bear at you.
Why is it gonna be black man?
They're vicious.
That's like that for a week.
Have we covered everything we need to cover this
I
week?
believe so.
Everything except glasses.
Mine's been covered. I don't know about yours.
No, I didn't say protected. It's covered.
Mine's covered. I got breeches on.
Well, I get some.
We can get on some random stuff,
Yeah.
And it went from a joke to real serious conversation. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go check
We're
it.
glad to have Professor back with us again this week.
Yeah, he was feeling bad last week.
Yeah, we missed him last week. We always miss the Professor when he's not here because he always throws in the well-timed puns when they need to be there. Dave was missing last week. How is your dad doing, Dave?
Good days, bad days. Today was a good day. But it's just one of those things you got to deal with. We're all taking turns and spending the night with him and everything. Keeping an eye on him. But he was doing good today. He was able to get up and actually, first time he got to go outside in a week and a half, probably. So he was able to get on his scooter and ride around a little bit.
We ate your frozen grapes before you got here. I set off bad toothache. So I apologize for what you did. Cole gave it to us.
And my mom got to come home this week, so Mom's back home, and Chloe's with her. So, hey, Mom. Hey, Chloe.
Yeah, dedicated watchers of our show. We thank them.
Like, share, and subscribe. Everybody you know. Let's spread it out there and get to some more subscribers. And let this thing grow and see if we can get outside of our little region right here.
We are planning for our 500th subscriber, and that's 400 and 300 and some away right now. But there will be a special prize for the 500th person who
I'm gonna make another YouTube channel.
I'm just going to subscribe back.
I don't know, man. You better watch out. My wife's on top of it.
Yeah.
Buy one comic, get one full price.
She was always saying that we need to do another contest to see who gets the most subscribed or most comments.
Well, that's up to somebody else this time.
Unless they want some Tom McFarlane stuff,
let's build it up, get it out there. Big shout out to our troops that are out there again. We normally try to do that, and we got a lot of guys overseas that are actually watching us on a regular basis when they're off duty. So, good job, guys. We appreciate everything.
Yeah,
you
we
do.
thank you. And like I say, if it wasn't for y'all doing that, what you do, we wouldn't be doing what we do.
Did you come comments?
There's sometimes not to be a smart ass. When we're sending this out to troops, is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You could choke your date.
we can both choke.
I'm actually picturing that right now. 2 hands.
Yeah,
Even
your
you have something like off your chest.
No. Got a hand here and a hand here, and you are turning blue.
But anyways, can I tell my joke?
No.
But it was so funny.
The answer to that is no.
I had a good one for you this time, but they won't let me.
We want to keep the subscribers we have.
Well, now, in all honesty, it would be no bad worse than me telling that guy that that's why he lost his wife, that it could have been me. I'm just saying.
But yeah, keep liking, keep subscribing. I will personally come up with the prize for the 500th subscriber. So keep throwing the stuff out there, and
You saying my stuff wasn't good?
All right.
No,
We haven't done it yet before we go on. Best thing you read this week.
the road map back home.
So what's your boss? All right.
What? Me? That one we read today? No, the best one I read so far, and the only ones I read while we read today was that Detectives. It was good.
Would have to be House of X. That's all I've got to read so far. I mean, I haven't got to read my regular stuff.
I was going to say the House of X, just for the fact of wanting to see what they're going to do with it next. It's intriguing me to find out.
Curse of the White Knight.
He's the only one who's got to read it.
He's
so
waited
far.
all show just so he could do that.
Just rub it in your faces.
I read the comics.
Trust me, that's one player against it as I can help. It's good.
Yeah, and what makes this so funny is he knows that Saturdays is the day we get our comic books, and haven't had a chance to read anything but what we do for the show, except him.
Well, I had a life. I had a good opportunity because Big Papa had to go to Florida, so little brother got to stay at home and watch the house. So I had access. I got to pick the cover out.
Ooh, comic books.
Yeah, man. Got back in the candy store, which I have been on multiple occasions.
What about you?
Mine's a toss up between House of X or the newest
Gorilla.
Justice League. Because that new Justice League, how they're playing it up, building it up, that is going to be.
Is it just a drop?
That was last week, so.
Well, last week.
I read it.
I picked it up today to finally
Is it
read
good?
it. but-
Yeah, it's actually a very
Yes.
key issue to this year's villain thing. Very key to that.
Yeah.
See what it means for reading, see what's going on with Lex Luthor in there.
Terry is not a speculator. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way right now. But usually, whatever he recommends are usually the best reads that I sat down and looked
I love
at.
that Squirrel Girl #1 you let me read.
So,
You know why Squirrel Girl usually defeats all these characters.
I've
right?
never read
She
Squirrel
goes
Girl.
for the nuts.
Nasty.
Women have been meeting men so many years now for going to that
We'll
same
be
thing.
forever grateful to you, Predator.
Yeah, the death of Squirrel Girl is clearly presented.
well, I don't have anything else.
I got plenty, but I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
I am too.
I've got to work tomorrow.
Not all of us got to sleep today.
Okay.
You do realize you still got that Dr. Duff.
That's all right. I deserve it.
You were about to get that Dr. Buff out of there. A couple seconds, you got these hands. Braun Strowman your ass.
Like you did that poor little fella. He threw that.
Oh, Brock Lesnar your ass. Braun Strowman, buddy.
No, we appreciate everybody that does watch us. Do help us out. I'm done.
Yeah, the prize that will come out for the 500 subscriber. Well, actually, I will figure out what it's going to be, but it will come out of my personal collection. Let's put it that way.
No. Action Comics. Reprint.
I'm going to take it to the copy machine right now.
His complete collection of Unworthy Thor. Finally get rid of this shit.
That's just an insult.
Be like, we taking our subscription away. Read that.
Okay, Alex, get ready to turn us off. Good night, everybody.
No,
Good night.
Good.
Come on, bro.